Hello, Temple listeners. Welcome to the Nourish Life, your regular dose of practical wisdom and gentle encouragement on your journey towards a healthier, happier life. I'm your host, Namsa Mokwena, a registered dietitian, passionate about helping you cultivate a positive relationship with food.
Often when we talk about nutrition, we tend to focus on macronutrients, which would be carbohydrates, fats, proteins, micronutrients, which would be the vitamins and minerals, as well as meal planning. We don't necessarily focus on the emotional side of eating. That would a lot of the time be the guilt, shame, self-doubt that comes in when you feel you have failed at your diet. A lot of the time in my practice as a dietitian, when patients come in either for their first consult or even a follow-up, I notice that my clients like to focus or tend to focus on the one meal or the few occurrences where they overindulged or messed up on their meal plan or their diet or lifestyle. And that does tend to take a toll on the mind. So it's always important to try and shift that narrative. So instead of focusing on that negative aspect of it, try and be more compassionate with yourself. So approach nutrition with compassion. It's about loving yourself through the process of healthy eating or through your nutrition journey. The relationship with nutrition is a complicated one. It's one where a lot of the time you're bombarded with information about good versus bad food. You are often filled with pictures of what the perfect body looks like. And it doesn't necessarily always embrace the subtle things that come with improving your lifestyle, improving your diet, which is where you feel lighter, you're more energized, your skin might even be clearer. So those things are positive aspects that you need to try and focus on every now and then. So that's why we need to flip that script. So instead of being negative with yourself, so focusing on the negative thoughts, try and be kinder with yourself. So let's say, for example, you had a greasy meal. So some deep fried chicken with some chips. And you are telling yourself, all right, I'm such a failure. I messed up on my diet. I told myself I wouldn't eat this. And here I am 2 weeks later having the meal I told myself to omit. Rather focus your mind on the positives. So be kinder with your words. Focus on maybe how the meal tasted. So was the meal delicious? Did it have the right type of spices? That way, instead of pondering on the negative, you accept that decision happened. Now it's time to move on. It's time to move to the next stage of your nutrition journey. So we already have another podcast about resetting and how to continue with your health journey in the midst of setbacks. That helps make sure that you are getting your body or your mind or your nutrition journey where you want it to be without focusing on all the negatives. That feeling of guilt, self-criticism, everyone does go through it, unfortunately. So it is something where you need to understand and give yourself grace instead of focusing too much effort on it. And understand that this is more of a marathon. Healthy eating and nutrition is more of a marathon than a sprint. And it's more about understanding that one meal or one negative choice does not cancel out your entire health journey and learning your body through it. So it's always important to listen to your body. So your body always gives you subtle cues. For example, the fatigue that you might experience. Sometimes it could be something less subtle, like digestive problems when you have certain meals. And instead of trying to focus on the more severe things like body image, try and focus on those subtle things and helping make sure that the meals that you eat help to negate or remove the negative digestive problems that you might experience. And other practical ways of helping make sure that you are approaching nutrition with compassion is ensuring mindful eating. So be more slow with your eating. instead of trying to understand that there are moments when you are pressed for time, so your lunch is quite quick because you have to get back to a meeting or you have to get back to work. So when you can, try and savor your meals. So focus on that umami flavor that comes through from your spices, or that aromatic scent from the herbs, that savoriness from the chicken. So just, and the crunchiness from the carrots. So those subtle ways will help you to learn to enjoy the food that you eat and stop or reduce the risk of you focusing on the negative parts. Because food is fuel. It's how we connect. It's joy. So all those things are always important to focus on, because you will be eating for your whole life. And the last thing you want is to spend 50 years of your life looking at the negative side when you could spend a minute focusing on the positives, that niceness, that deliciousness of the meal. Another thing that is important to look at is notice your progress. There will be setbacks, but there will also be highlights. Focus on your highlights, the good things that you've achieved. If you are someone who used to have soda every single day and then now you've managed to reduce it to like 3 times a week, that is still an achievement. It's something you still need to work on, but it is an achievement from what you started from. So it's always about focusing on the progress and not perfection. There will be days when things don't go your way and you might be more inclined to lean towards an unhealthy meal out of convenience, but understand that it's about moving past that and continuing on that journey. The next part is finding the joy in food. Food is delicious. It's how we connect. We all have a specific memory attached to our favorite meal. So if you're someone who loves coffee because you grew up having coffee with your mom, or you love chicken because on Sundays your mom used to make a delicious Sunday meal which had chicken. So those things are ways in which we connect, and always try and be a mini chef in the kitchen, trying to find ways to make your meals more healthy. What I love about South Africa is that we have so many cultural meals, and a lot of the time our meals are attached to our culture. It's not always about just eating for the sake of eating. It's eating because you understand that, all right, my ancestors used to eat this, or my grocery store has this specific vegetable that is indigenous to our town, and that's why it's something I can incorporate into my meals. So try and look up interesting recipes which would incorporate your favorite item while still trying to keep it healthy. And then the next part is to seek support. We can't all take a journey on our own. We will need guidance along the way. You might need a cheerleader to help you keep going. You might need someone who kind of has a banner that tells you, you did this, you've got this, all of those positive things. So having your own cheerleaders, people who help keep you accountable, so friends, family, even seeking help from a dietitian, that will help make sure that you get the support that you need, you get the right guidance to make sure that you stay on track with your meal plans or stay on track with your nutrition journey while still enjoying it. Then there's self-care. So when it comes to doing a lifestyle change or performing a lifestyle change, it's not just about the nutrition. So the nutrition is a key component, but always understand that there are other ways of helping you to improve your health, your lifestyle. So exercise, general hobbies, maybe reading. So different things can still help improve your mental health and your physical health. So finding a balance between all of that will always be better than just focusing on the nutrition side. Because if you approach a speed hump along the journey when it comes to your nutrition, you can rest assured that your fitness journey might still be on track. So that will always be a place where you have a win, a place where you have where you can tick a box saying, okay, I achieved this on this week. And overall, a holistic approach helps make sure that you are achieving your goals, you're getting where you need to go, and you're enjoying every step of the way. And yeah, that tends to be my favorite things about healthy eating. Understanding that your body always tells you what to do. Your body always guides you, and listen to your body as often as you can and approach every step with compassion, because you only have one body. Appreciate it while you have it. Appreciate it while it still does what it has to. And if it can't do what it needs to do, give it grace and help it get back on track.